Hello and welcome. This is Transport Fever2 and this is our project MegaCity. So in the last episode, if you've watched, we made this new railway line here from this city here. Let's just put this on. So from Bromley, went across the river and came into Ulster. In the meantime, I did a few things off camera. There were a few gaps here in terms of bus lines and tram lines, so I sort of closed them off. The problem is the city keeps growing, so all of this and this area here is new, and once again will demand some kind of public transport. So that's a bit of a problem, but the core of the city is completely covered now in tram and bus services. Nobody living here is not within walking distance of a bus stop or a tram stop, so really there's no excuse of taking the car. Has it helped? A teeny bit. Some of the traffic seems to be flowing a little bit better. In some parts, well, it's still exactly the same. The biggest problem, in my opinion, is this part here. If you look at this bridge, I've widened it significantly, but it still is completely overwhelmed with traffic. And this is, I think, a bit of a flaw of the design of the city, because this railway station is essentially cutting the whole city in two. And this is the only connection between the two parts, unless you go all the way up here and then come back down. Which is obviously not very convenient. So maybe we're gonna have to add some roads here, maybe underground, or, and this is what I would like to do today, we could solve this with an underground rail network. Before we do that though, last time when we built this new railway line, I added 3 double-decker trains. I think there's one leaving right now. Here we are. They have a capacity of 200. Considering how short the line is, I mean, we're going to extend this in the future. I thought 3 trains is more than enough. Turns out I was wrong. So here we have 1,600 people waiting, and here we have 2,600 people waiting. So I'm afraid this is going to be the first thing we're going to have to address. So we're going to need a lot more capacity on this route. So let's just pause quickly. Manage vehicle. And let's replace them with something. And I think, I mean, we've done this before. We usually go for, where is it? This Swiss double-decker train, this one, which gives us a huge amount of capacity. But I want to have something different. I just want some variety. So these ones here, let's have a look. 106, 166. That seems pretty good to me. If we if we create a double unit, we have a capacity of 332. So let's replace you with this one. And then this one we replace with a westbound one. I think it's the same capacity. Yeah, it's a bit less. That's annoying. 88, 140, 140. Let's do it anyway. 1, 2. And then here we go for capacity again. So we'll take, let's go for this one. 65, 60, 61. Yeah, let's go for 65. Add 2 of those. Replace. We give it good maintenance, and hopefully this will help out a bit. Let's start the simulation and let that run for a bit. Okay, underground system. I've been thinking a lot about how to do this. I think the best way to do is that we have a station here out in the countryside with all the depots we need. So this is where all the trains are going to be fed into the system, and then we just spread out. One of the things I definitely want to do is we have this big transport hub here, and we have another transport hub here. And there's actually no direct connection between the two. So I definitely want to have a line that connects those two. So maybe we have one that runs up here and comes down here. We can have 2 or 3 lines meet here and then maybe run out here. Another line maybe going this way, again past the main station. And then we could maybe even go here into Leighton. I mean, those two cities are slowly but surely growing together anyway. So then we could have a few stops here and then go into Leighton, maybe into the city center. Not sure if I want to go all the way down here. I mean, maybe. We also need to look at this problem here. So maybe we have another line come across here and then come up here and then here. So that would be 3 underground lines. I'm going to look at this for a moment and then make a plan and then see if we can pull this off. Okay, so this is what we have ended up with. I put down a depot here and then we have 4 lines just in case. So 4 possibilities to build underground lines, and then we go underground here. So I am new to this whole underground thing, so we're going to take this step by step. But before we get started, just one quick thing. The trains we've added here to the train line 1 that runs over to Bromley were not enough. So I actually had to lengthen them. So you can see here they now have a capacity of 420. So essentially added 3 trains, behind each other. And that seems to help a bit more. So now we have 500 people waiting, which is roughly the capacity of 1 train. So hopefully this will do the trick. Okay, let's go back to the underground. I think what I'm going to do first is build the trickiest part. So let's pause. So what I would like is an underground station here with another underground station underneath it so that people can change between all these lines, the train line and both underground lines. I think that's what we're going to, what I'm trying to do here. So if I have seen this correctly, I need to go here. I look for underground. We want no radius. 320, platform height 550, track numbers 2. What kind of a track type do we want? This is all, I mean, to be honest, considering that these rails are not visible, I think we should be fine. Yeah, the problem is it always places the stairs where I don't want them to be. We can't change that, so we need to go and edit that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to place this station here. I'm going to go in, configure, going to get rid of the entrance area here and here. And what we want is stairs. Well, actually, I think the best way to do this is if we click here. Oh no, we have to do it with configure. So upstairs. So let's put stairs here. And in theory, this should work, I think. Yes. What I'm missing is the possibility. Let's see if we go to configure. No, if we go to okay, so first problem, we constantly have collisions because the problem here is I cannot choose where to put the stairs, which is a bit annoying because the way the stairs are being positioned, they will always collide with something. So right now I can't actually place this train station. It says built anyway with right click, which I can do, but then I can't go in and connect it to any of the streets, which is very annoying. So I'm afraid we're probably gonna have to rip some stuff out and then rebuild it in order to put this station down. So I think we're just gonna have to get rid of all of this, or maybe even disrupt all of this, put the station down and then put it back in. So let's jump into a time lapse. Okay, so that's that done. I think I'm gonna take this opportunity and widen these roads here. This is not possible apparently. That's a shame. Well, what we could do, because this is actually not well designed, let's be honest, is to do this and that, and then do this. Should work, right? Yes, I hope so. Okay. Hopefully this hasn't messed up things too much. I'm gonna put back the nice, what was it called? It was like a museum, right? Let's look here. If you type in museum, here we are. It's a very nice asset. So we're gonna turn this around. Oh, it's gonna be a pain. I think I'm gonna have to play around with this off camera. It's gonna take too long. Maybe. No. Okay. Well, I'll do this off camera. Never mind. In any case, we have an underground station here now. And what I would like to do is build another one. So we're gonna come back here, go to buildings, look for underground. We built the same station again, but we do it deeper. Where was the depth? Is it this platform height? I think so. Let's try. So we can go maybe here, slightly offset to make it easier for us. Okay. And then if we go into this station at entry level, yes, so now they are connected. I think this is the way this works. So if we are going into, this must be the first station. Does this have any stairs? And then if we go into this station, we can add stairs downwards. I think this is how that works. I hope I got this wrong. Add entry level. So the way I see this, so this is Ulster Center, and this is the other station. And I think it should be possible to go down the stairs and then go to the other station. I think that's how that works. Well, I hope I've done this right. We'll figure it out, I hope, at some point. Okay, so then we need another station. I'm gonna say this line runs here. We need a stop here in this city center part. So let's see if we can do that. Again, underground station, we leave everything as is. We go height 5, I don't know, 280, 380, something like that. We're just gonna go parallel to this street. Actually, here would be good, because here we have a stop. And then we'll go in here, configure. We're gonna get rid of the stairs. We're gonna add stairs here. Let's put them here. And then we come here. Street connection. We will have to get rid of you, I'm afraid. And we're gonna add a street connection. Let's see if there's enough space. It's a bit tight. Are we able to add a street connection? Oi, oi, oi. Maybe we built this wrong. How much space do we need for a street connection? We could put one here, I suppose. Let's do that. And then how? It's a bit far away. It's probably too far. No, I think we need to redo this, I'm afraid. So lesson learned, don't go too close. Actually, we can start with the street connection first. Why don't we do that? So we put that one here. Then we build the underground train station. So this needs to be, I suppose, like here, I guess. And then if we go to, yeah, because it's already connected, that's perfect. And then can we configure you? Yes, we can. Get rid of the stairs here. And then add some stairs here. Perfect. So this should, in theory, work. According to this, we are connected. So we say yes. And that makes it disappear. Okay, I'm going to do some more stations across the city, and then we'll connect them all. Okay, looks like we have the beginnings of our first underground line. So we have a station here. Now, full disclosure, I ripped everything out I've done before, because I realized our stations are actually way too big. So I checked it out, and underground stations are usually between 110 and 140 meters long. So I went for 140 meters, and I looked at the underground trains that we have available, and actually most of them are around 110 meters long. So this should be more than enough. So we're going to come here. The first line will run here. Then we have another station here. Then we come here, and what I've done here is I've actually, I don't know if you can see it. No, sorry, this is it. Yeah, maybe you can see it. We have a curved station here. So we come in here, go around the bend, and then come here to the main station. I've changed this as well. So this is now a 4-tracked station. Makes it a bit easier. So this is where the two lines will meet. Then we carry on. We go here. again a straight station here, and then we actually end up here in Newquay. So this is going to be our first underground line. So it's just basically following this straight line here. We just call it U1. U2 is going to do a bit of a curve. So it's going to come down here. It's going to come up here. And then it's going to run down here. U3, I think, is going to go off in a completely different direction, probably somewhere around here. Maybe goes to this hub and then comes out here. And U4 is probably going to do a circle sort of thing. So it's going to come down here, runs across, and then maybe up here, maybe meets U1 up here, something like that. And that should give us a nice network to work with. So let's see if we can actually connect these stations now with tracks. So we need to go to underground, and yeah, let's see. Don't need this. We want to actually lay track. I'm not keen on building underground. It is not the easiest thing to do. Here. So we want to stay underground. We need to choose a tunnel as well, right? So it says here this is for underground. So we choose that. We need to go back there. So let's do a nice gentle curve. Like so. The other thing I'm not sure of is how to actually build a terminus. So this is something we're gonna have to figure out. So this, I believe, is the station. Yes. Okay. And then we just build this parallel. See if we can zoom out. Yeah. We plug this in here. So that will take us to this station. And then, not sure about the water that's coming up. We need to go under the river. So that probably means we're gonna have to go deeper. Let's go down, all the way down. Oh no, actually we still have a station before the water, so that's okay. Let's come up. We need to go like so. Is this right? Let's go straight for now. Underground. Let's wait for the autosave. Whenever it's done, here we go. So we just follow this road, and then we end up somewhere here. Okay. Let's do the other one. And, oh, here we go. I hope this is connected. It's really hard to see. I wish there'd be a tool that lets you go underground. Maybe in Transport Fever 3. Right, let's see. We definitely need to go lower here. Well, if worst comes to worst, we need to rip out the station and, you know, essentially put it lower. I think we might have to do that. That's a shame. Okay, let me just do that and then I'll come back to you. Okay, I actually had to move the station from here to here. I'm not sure why, but this apparently was too close to the water, but now it actually works really well. Let's just have a look. This is called High Street. So let's give it the same name. High Street U1. And now we are connected. We go here under the water and then we end up somewhere here. Yeah, on the curved station. So the next step is to go to the main railway line, which is over here. And this is going to be like a sort of a mini hub for the underground lines. So let's see if we can feed that in. Oy, this doesn't look good. Again, I think this is just not deep enough. Does it help when we do this? No. Yeah, it's something weird. Like if this is not deep enough for whatever reason, it just won't do it. So once again, we need to get rid of this. If we can we? Okay, this took a while, but I think we've got it done. So we now have a underground line. And not just that, we've also got the signals and everything should be working fine. I had to restart the game. I had to move some things around. It was a bit of a pain. So I'm actually not looking forward so much to building in the really densely populated areas. But yeah, we'll get it done. So the only thing that's left to do is to create our first underground line. So we're going to call this simply U1. U1 is going to be red. And we're going to start here. Come here. 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 Then we follow this main roads here. Autosave again. Amazing. So here I had to, turn it into a single track because, I don't know, making switches underground is a real pain in this game. So then we come back here. Come back on ourselves. Where are we going? We're going here. 13. And that's it. So now what we need to do is ensure that we have 2 tracks running on this. So here, I guess we want U1 to stop here. So what we're going to do then is we built ourselves in a little bit here. This was not clever. Because 4 lines is actually 8 tracks, not 4. I didn't think this through properly. That was not very clever. We should have a second here, and then we should have 2 here. Okay, let me correct that quickly. Okay, here we are. So this is what it's actually supposed to look like. I've just done U1 for now. It's missing the pillars, but that's not so important now. The line is set up. Everything looks good. The only thing left to do is to build to buy some underground trains. And I think we're gonna have a different type of train on each line, but we're gonna start off with these ones here. We're going to do them exactly like in the real world. These are from Vienna and they use 1, 2, 3 units, capacity to 10. The question is, how many do we buy? That's a very good question. Let's just buy 1 for now. And then let's have a look. So we have, if we look here, U1 has 15 stops. So maybe 10? Would that make sense? I suppose so. So let's do copy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We give them good maintenance. And then you are going to be U1 trains. And hopefully this is going to work. Fingers crossed. And I think I'm going to let the simulation run now and see if this underground train already has some kind of a effect on our city. And yeah, the next episode will do the rest of the underground trains, and then hopefully this will help us a bit with all the traffic problems. Okay, that's the end of this episode already. I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Until then, all the best. Bye bye.